Hi everyone, here's a third installment to my SS80 videos. Nonetheless, I think this time we might have our problem with the locking block here fixed. What was happening before on my first frame before it cracked, and that frame cracked right in here. I'll put some pictures, some still pictures in here to show where it cracked at. When I was trying to take the locking block out of the first frame, yeah, the frame cracked. So nonetheless, had to cut that one in half per the Glock store, send them pictures of that. Then they sent me out a new frame, which is this one. And from the get-go here, I drilled, tapped, and installed these screws up here in the front. There's another YouTuber named Lunatic Rider, I believe Lunatic Rider 220. His YouTube channel, he showed on his SS80 how he did this and explained it a little bit, and basically I mimicked it. This is a screw, a 4-40 screw, and then a number 43 drill bit that I drilled through, then tapped, and then this little screw I screwed in, and on the inside here I then had to, if we can do this, show it here, right here, I went and then took a Dremel with a cutoff wheel and cut those bolts off so that they were flush here with the locking block then. So you can see down inside there, hopefully there we go. That's where I drilled through and tapped the locking block, and then obviously I took a micrometer and measured the size of the head of this bolt and made sure I used the correct, which happened to be 11/64. I used the correct drill bit then to mill out the rest of the frame here, so that way the head of this bolt sits perfectly down there in the frame, and yeah, hopefully we'll be good to go now. So thank you to Lunatic Rider for kind of showing us how to do this, and I'm going to go out here to the range hopefully tomorrow and give it a few more rounds and see if this go round we actually don't have that issue any longer. So we'll see. And just to clarify, the issue that I was having was the locking block here. What it was doing was it was rotating here on the pin. So here on the front, whenever the spring pressure here this lug would lock into your locking block and the slide would rock back, all that spring pressure is pushing right here on this portion of your locking block. So that would cause the front of the this locking block / rail assembly to lift ever so slightly. Obviously with that movement, it was lifting back this direction, rotating here on the pin. You can see in the video here that the gap here in the front of the frame was insane. So what a little millimeter movement here, obviously as you move out here to the end of the frame, was causing it to be about like a 3 millimeter excess gap. Slide is locked back, we'll send it home. And now you can see that there is a substantial gap there between the front, substantial gap down there in the front area, and compared to the rear of the slide in the frame. And I will show you exactly what is happening. Let me take it off, stand by. You can see on here, you can see how the locking block is raised ever so slightly right there. It has just lifted ever so slightly right out, maybe about a millimeter, maybe even less, out of the frame compared to where it was. So that's the issue that I was referring to, and hopefully putting these pins in, putting these pins in right here will keep that from being able to rotate back and hopefully keep everything perfectly in line. Thanks all for watching.